I hope the lighting is good and the audio is good. Normally, I have a microphone that I put in the corner here, so phone audio sounds close to as good as the microphone, but sometimes the microphone picks up more and sounds a little bit louder, so I don't have to turn it up in editing, and then you hear like the air in my room, like that silent buffer that's like shh, you know. So my hope is you hear that. Anyway, holy shit. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's Spider-Man. 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 Not this one. Spider-Man. Ooh, not this one. Spider-Man. 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 I call it Spider-Man. These are like Spider-Man. I own them all. I also own the Tom Holland ones, but they're in the MCU collection, which I'm not going to grab because it's too big. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Is it Spider-Man? You see Spider-Man? No, you don't. You see him? You see him? The Spider-Man No Way Home trailer dropped. I would scream right now, but don't want to wake up everyone in my house. But I did scream during the trailer. So rather than do a reaction to the trailer, which I feel a lot of people will do, even people who don't make YouTube videos, I'll see TikToks of my friends. I guarantee I'll see like one or two people I know on Instagram who have TikToks who will do reactions. I know it. I just know. I do. I just know I'll see them online in a day or so. Holy shit. I saw the incomprehensible, shitty, negative 144p leaked version, but you didn't really get anything in it. Like, I noticed, like, Zendaya and him on a roof talking about something about the court trial. I knew what happened with Doctor Strange, how the multiverse got set off, and then I saw Alfred Molina in really low quality. Seeing it all in high quality and getting a glimpse and sound bite of everything is so much more. It's so much more. You don't get it. Like, it just really efficiently put a great trailer together. The hype for this movie is real. Like, I don't have to talk to you about it to know, like, to let people know, like, the hype is real. Everyone's looking forward to it, every damn human being on the planet. They're like Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, Green Goblin's back, Willem Dafoe. I bet they'll bring back Michael Keaton in some way. As Vulture for something. I feel like everyone's coming into this film. I want to say how much I love the trailer and talk about it, because what I really want to talk about with this video is just how I want this video not to be a trailer reaction or a trailer just breakdown or discussion of what's in it. You already know what's in it. I'll talk about stuff in it, but I want it to be like we should be hyped, yes, because it's like a huge moment in history that all the Spider-Man will come back and all the villains are there. And this is like the fucking biggest movie we had in the MCU since Endgame. Easily going to be the biggest that we've had since Endgame. There's no doubt. So that's saying it'll definitely be bigger than Black Widow and Far From Home, than Shang-Chi and Eternals, and then all the shows. So it's saying a lot, because we've had quite a bit of content even in between those two. So between Endgame to this, how big is this going to be for the MCU? Huge. I think even if it comes out in December with the COVID stuff that's happening, it could get delayed, by the way. I should mention, anything's still possible and on the table. It could get delayed. But this movie is going to be seen in theaters. This is not one that Sony 1 doesn't have the option to. They're under Marvel, but even if Marvel tells them to, Marvel 1 wants most of their movies in theaters. And Sony can't put this on the Disney Plus platform because they've already done a signed agreement. That shit will not happen. Because this is still under Sony, by the way. This isn't 100% Disney's Marvel. They have Sony's rights to use Spider-Man in fair amount of films, but this is MCU Spidey, still under Sony's laws because they own the character. So that's good. It will be in theaters, which is how it should be seen. Because, can you imagine watching this at home? It'd be fun, but, just waiting for the crowd for, anything huge to happen. Like when Toby shows up and Andrew and Green Goblin. When that happens the first time and you have that impact, you're going to want that theater full seat, loud round of approval, that fucking giant-ass hype that happens, and they're going to build to it in the film. You know, like in Endgame, whenever he catches the hammer, and then there's a 5-second pause for the audience to clap and freak out, and then him say, Avengers Assemble. And then it goes through, you're like, oh, more applauding from the audience. They put the pause there because they know how the audience will react. That's what's going to happen here. We know this is a fact. My one worry, and this is what I want to get to, is might we be overhyping it? My one worry, and this is even kind of shown in the trailer a little bit, is how quickly are we going to resolve plot details just to get to exciting shit? Did they make this movie as a great MCU story to tell for MCU Spider-Man? Because, let alone, you're going to give this movie probably a 6 out of 10 from the hype and the entertainment. This movie cannot fail and be bad to people. Simply because Tom will be there with Toby and Andrew, and that's automatically going to get everyone going like, holy shit, this was an exciting experience. Just for that thought alone of the film. But be with me here. I'm worried a little bit about, like, what if it doesn't work, like, in the MCU story. I want to continue Tom's character arc. I don't want it to be like, oh, here's a little bit of development for Happy and MJ and Ned and all them for, like, 5 minutes. Alright, here's your hour plot of him trying to figure it out. Then he runs into Doctor Strange, as we see in the trailer. And then all the shit goes bad, and the next 90 minutes is nostalgia, action, cameos, surprises, twists, and then the movie ends. I want still a cohesive MCU Spidey story. And knowing the MCU, they probably will have that. But this trailer really makes it seem like they resolve the issue. Like, when that ending happens for Far From Home, when you first see it, you're like, holy shit, how is Spidey going to get out of this one? And then it's just, like, simply here wrapped up, like, okay, well, he can't do it through court. Clearly the people aren't going against it, so his only way to do it is to just make people forget. Doctor Strange will do that, then the spell goes crazier. I want to know, what I'm more interested about is the first hour of the movie, what he tries to get to before Doctor Strange. Because, Charlie Cox, Daredevil, maybe not as Daredevil, but him as the lawyer we've been hearing about rumors too. That would be the biggest surprise for me. And I bet that's one they won't show in a trailer because that hint of him being there is bigger than... It's bigger just in the way that the people who know who it is are going to flip out. And that's going to be a different type of experience entirely. Aside from that, a way that you can do a story like this with those characters is possible if you don't make Toby and Andrew, like, heavily developed. Same for the villains. Enough to be, like, their nostalgia factor, but they fit and work with this narrative. They're not there just to be, like, oh yeah, pure nostalgia factor, Because, like, as much as you would love to see... I heard the Lizard's coming back, too. Was that the rumor? Lizard will be back? So Lizard should be back from this one, by belief, I would say. We know Electro's coming back. They show lightning in the trailer a lot, which would be my guess. It was the yellow lightning, and he's supposed to be yellow in this one, so that was pretty obviously there. So it's going to be cool to see Jamie Foxx. Hopefully he gets a better chance to play him in this than rather the shitball nerd that they give him in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm just hyped. My allergies are bad shit. There's so much to talk about with Spider-Man No Way Home. Another element I want to know is how long is Doctor Strange in the movie? Is he in it, like, just for that setup and then maybe an action set piece, or is Doctor Strange throughout? I mean, we know because of the marketing with the toys and the Funko Pops out that he does get, like, he becomes Sorcerer Supreme, kind of. Like, he gives him Sorcerer Supreme stuff, like magical stuff that Spider-Man gets to use. Because we've seen it throughout, like, the toys and stuff. You see, like, him with, like, the hand and all that shit, and, like, the cape and all that. So he's clearly going to get more powers from Doctor Strange, but in what way? We don't know. Oh, hype. It's real. It's there. Alfred Molina looks really good, too. Like, visual effects-wise, he actually did look surprisingly good. It didn't look off-putting too much. It looked like it would work. So I just have to say, goddamn, like, ugh. The first time I watched that trailer, I like, giggled like a little bitch, and I applauded, like, goddamn. That's exactly what they wanted out of everyone. It's gonna take over the internet, like, up until tomorrow evening. I guarantee it'll be, like, the one thing talked about till then. Even though I got college tomorrow, like, haven't been making many videos, but this is what I wanted to do, because it's a simple conversation. I will get into more reviews later in the few weeks, but... And one for Shang-Chi, so speaking of Marvel, in about a week and a half. So, a lot to look forward to, a lot to be stressed out about in this time for me, with college and everything, but... all I can think about is No Way Home right now, and it's probably what I'm going to be thinking about tomorrow, and for at least the oncoming week, and then I'll probably forget about it, and then a new trailer will drop in like 2 months, and I'll be like hyped again, and then the movie will come out. So let's just hope the movie's good. I have some concerns, as I mentioned, with the story, and as long as it fits in the MCU and doesn't feel forceful, and doesn't just feel like a nostalgic cash grab movie entirely, then I'll be happy. I want it still to be Tom's movie. It should still be. This MCU Spidey, this isn't Spider-Man, nostalgia boner versus the movie. Spider-Verse boner, cream your pants, nerds in the theater of the movie. It's all going to happen. But hopefully it doesn't overtake what the movie really can be. I want that fair balance of like, oh yeah, that's fucking awesome, all this shit, and I'm going to be hyped for it. But also a good cohesive story, because that could worry me. And the fact that they showed so much of how they get to the multiverse happening in this trailer makes me think that that's like the first hour of the movie, and they're showing like pretty much everything that could pretty much happen in that first hour. I do want to know more about Ned and more about MJ and Aunt May and Happy. I want to see how they fit in because they're like all his friends, family, and loved ones. So what do they do more with them? And what is Flash Thompson doing? We didn't see him. Maybe I love Flash Thompson. I would love more appearances of him. It's so weird to see the tone go from like Homecoming, happy, goofy teen movie to Far From Home, like teeny bit darker. To hear it's like, oh, this is depressing Spider-Man action movie. Was there even? I mean, there was jokes between him and Doctor Strange, but it wasn't like a jokey trailer at all, like the first two always advertised and had in the film. Makes me wonder if like there's gonna be a lot of quips and jokes like heavily for the MCU in this one. I can't imagine, especially in the first 50 minutes, because it's got to be a serious film in that tone. Yeah, the hype is real. I'd say my hype is at a 9 out of 10, only because I have a little bit of fear that it might go wrong some directions. But yeah, amazing trailer, fucking pumped. Alfred Molina, let's go. Willem Dafoe, let's go. I just been playing the game 12 minutes. Willem Dafoe's in that, weirdly enough. Willem Dafoe's everywhere right now, and Electro's Jamie Foxx. Cool, we'll get to see him. And I heard the Lizard and other characters are going to be back, so whatever the case is, do you think Venom will show up? Because I've heard the rumors that, like, they eventually want to cross over, but, like, have they already? Maybe they did get Tom Hardy in there, and that's why they've been... Because originally, there was the chance that No Way Home could come out before Venom, and Venom would come out later. There was that rumor that they would delay Venom, but I'm hearing they're not going to delay it again. And this is what I've just heard from some rumors, because... they want that out before this movie, only to maybe possibly have Venom in it. I've heard that rumor. I don't 100% believe it. But what if Venom is in it? That'd be fucking crazy. Tom Hardy's Venom. Or they just somehow go back and they get fucking Topher Grace. That'd be pretty crazy. So yeah, what do y'all think of the trailer? Do you think it looks amazing? Are you hyped for it? Do you have any concerns about the movie? Is that just me because I'm stupid and overly aggressive on film, and I should probably be easier on the film because it's just a dumb comic book movie? Whatever the fuck. Hyped, for sure. Anyway, for videos coming soon, my hope is to do a Protege and Paw Patrol review within maybe the next 2 weeks, and I do want to review Candyman this week. I have a lot coming up with college and balancing work and having to see the movies and do research on other stuff, so like, with a lot at once, I still want to do videos. I want to at least get 1 or 2 out weekly. That's my goal. So this is going to be the one video for this week. Hopefully, when I see Candyman Thursday, I won't have anything going on Friday, I should be able to get Candyman review out. So, until the Candyman review, this is it for Spidey. I'll probably talk about it again soon with another trailer, if I have something to discuss, maybe with friends. We'll have to see. So, that's it for now. Spider-Man. Toby. I'm more excited to see Andrew, believe it or not. As much as I like the Tobey Maguire films way more. Something about just seeing Andrew again just kind of sounds cooler. Because I actually experienced those in theaters. I didn't get to see the Raimi films in theaters, even though I like those quite a lot more. Anyway, that's it. I'm extending too much time. Goodbye!